Okay, so I've had a lot of requests for a video, and I've tried to rig up this ridiculous thing on my head at the moment so you can see what I see. And I'm going to try and quickly work through this Space Marine shoulder pad. It's not going to be like a really in-depth walkthrough. It's more of just to let people see how I do things, and I'll try and talk through it as I go. So over here you can see the paints that I've got on my palette. Hope you can read the names there. They're set up along here. I've only got the black out because I put that under the Exile Blue, which is the undercoat, which I haven't done in the video because I think it's a waste of time to do the undercoat while on film. And so here we go. So first up is get some of, this is Lamian medium here and water over here. So grab some of the ice yellow, and then you see this when you look along the light here. See how there's this reflection? Now if I move the shoulder pad around, I can see different areas where the biggest highlight should be, or where we want to choose it to be. And I want to use this line down here while also having a spot up here which will be the highest brightness. So we just come in here and put some ice yellow on there, putting the most up here. Then we need to let that dry. Then we go straight over to medium blue, get a little bit of Lamian medium there, and basically paint over the whole lot once it's dry. And before that dries, we can get a little bit of Exile Blue and just dab it in there. Get some wet blending, maybe a little bit over here too. There's probably not much left on the brush though because there's a lot of medium blue there. Okay, I'm going to grab a hairdryer. I might cut this bit out. Okay, see when you look at that, you can see the ice yellow part there. So then we'll go straight over to Andrea Blue and basically paint over the area where the ice yellow was. We'll grab some medium blue, paint along the edges. Maybe cover over more of this bit down here. And as you can see, or at least watch, the way that I'm moving my brush is a very stipple pattern, and you don't need to be too precise with it. It's just a matter of establishing the shape of the blends at the moment. That's probably getting a bit light there, so we'll go and do a quick mix of Exile and medium, put that along the edges once again. Now we've got to go straight back to medium blue here because it's gone a bit darker than I probably wanted it. And I'm going to mix a little bit of Andrea and medium blue. Put a bit of Lamian medium in there. Now we're going to start to refine things a little bit. So might put, because this is thinned a bit, I can put some dots outside the areas, and this is where we start to build up the texture. And go straight up to Andrea Blue again. Need to get some more of that in here because it's starting to get a bit dark. And from here on out, it is just a matter of refinement and putting your dots in the right place to get the blend to work. I'm going to go back to this in between medium and Andrea. And from here on out, I'll just go back and forth. Painting lines and dots in all sorts of different directions. I'll probably change over to my smaller brush now, just to get a bit more refinement on this, get a bit more control, a little bit more lamy and medium. I hope you can see this. I'm trying to hold it away from my face. Maybe usually I would go hold it a little bit closer, but we're almost there. The blend is almost finished. I mean, if I wanted it to look like I do in most of my marines, I'd probably go for it a bit longer and just continue refining, but this is close to the desired finish here. Back onto just regular straight medium blue. Can do some longer lines here and there. Back in and out. At this point, it's a matter of choosing the different colours from the range. We don't really go back to ice yellow at this point, and just putting them in areas where it doesn't quite work. So see here, we've got a darker spot. I want to bring that up a little bit, and over here, maybe a little bit here. And then if you remember back at the beginning when we were looking at the light flashing, it was brighter up at this point here, so we just might want to extend this round bit out a bit, make it a bit larger so that it's a bit more of the focal point. Might even break my own words that I just said before and put a little bit of ice yellow in with this just to bring up that spot in the middle. Being careful where we put dots now. So I went out of bounds a bit then, and that's okay, because then we just come back one to our old colour, go over a little bit more lamy and medium, and bang over the top. Just to bring that down a bit, and we're pretty much there. So, if you can see that. Might just get a little bit more down here. It's a bit bowed in this way, so just put this out a bit, bring the mid-range up of those back areas. I must also apologise for my voice. I've got a bit of a cold at the moment, and you can probably hear this grinding noise in the background. Just as I get set up to do a video, there's a workman cutting down trees along the street. Alright, we're getting close. I'm just choosing to, whoops, drop the brush. Just extending this out a bit here. I'm only going to do one half of it. I'm not going to paint over this side. I'm just showing one quick blend. I'm pretty sure that's going to do it. I'm going to pretty much call that done for this video. From what I can see, it's not looking too bad. Just look at how I'm moving my brush up, little bits of dabs using the side of the tip. It's probably gotten a little bit out of order up here, so I need to get some more Andrea. I might thin that down a bit. This contraption on my head is quite heavy. It's all digging into my sick nose. Alright. I'm going to call that finished, and there you go, have a look at that. That's your blend. It's not as smooth as it could be, because I don't want to sit here for another 10 minutes going and just picking out each individual point for you all, but hopefully that's a good enough demonstration to get you all understanding a bit better way it all works. If you have any questions, just shoot them through to me and I'll try and help out. All right.